Howdy gang, Jeff from G's Gear, putting together a couple videos today of guitars that we're about to add to the store at reverb.com. And we're starting out with a really lovely Goya, Swedish Goya, a G-20, which is a nylon string guitar made in Sweden in 1958, 5/8. And it's really in beautiful shape. We've done a good bit of work to it to get it there, but it plays so effortlessly. These are great guitars. We get a lot of the Goyas in. We seek them out. And they were top-end Swedish-made guitars from the Hermann Carlson Levin Corporation of Levin Guitars. Exquisitely crafted. Top quality tone woods. The craftsmanship, the fit, the finish of everything is first rate. And this is an opinion. I think that these guitars, maybe more so in their steel string configurations, were seen as a competitor to Martin guitars. And ultimately Martin bought them out and did to Goya what Gibson did to Epiphone. They reduced them to a second tier kind of an instrument and shipped out the production to the Far East, and the quality went away. But the Swedish-made Goyas are wonderful. So this is, like I say, a G-20 from 1958. It's solid spruce top, flame maple back and sides, which may show up here, but it really shows up in the pictures on Reverb. It has a mahogany neck with a maple center stripe, a rosewood fretboard, and a rosewood bridge with bone nut and bone saddle. It also has a truss rod. It's a non-adjustable truss rod. It's a T-shaped rod that they of a product that they call duraluminum. So it's a heavy-duty aluminum truss rod, which on a classical guitar is ample to keep this neck dead straight. And it's a reasonably slender neck. It is wide, as classical guitars tend to be. And we'll get into that in a moment with some dimensions for you. But front to back, it's a very comfortable neck to play. It has a 15¼ inch lower bout, 3 7/8 inch body depth. It's a 24 7/8 inch scale with an 1.15 nut, and I think it's a 2¼ inch string spacing here. The specs will be on the Reverb site. When it came to us, it did need some work. There was I should also mention the bracing. It's a fan braced guitar, so it's rather lightly braced and very resonant. The fan bracing essentially consists of one ladder brace that comes across just behind the sound hole, and then very thin strips of wood that fan out across the top to brace it. Well, that ladder brace was loose on both ends, and because it was loose, it was allowing the top to settle. So we have re-glued that brace. The top is stable. We removed and reset the neck in order to get the action down. The action was a little bit high. We've leveled and crowned the frets, cleaned and lubricated the tuners, made a new bone saddle for it. We actually, tell you the truth, we repurposed a Goya saddle from another G-20 that we had a year or two ago. And let's see, what else did we do? I think that's about it. Just really cleaned it up, strung it with a fresh set of extra hard tension Diodario Pro Arte strings, and it just plays beautifully. The strings are still stretching, so I may wind up pausing this and checking the tuning before I go on too much further. But it plays with an action that is at a 5/64 of an inch on both sides. And you set the actions differently on a classical guitar because the string diameters are essentially the same on both sides. There's not a whole lot of difference. And the vibrational arc is a little bit greater. given the nylon nature of the strings. So it's a little higher on the treble side than we would set a steel string guitar, but it plays beautifully, and comping chords. Nice to stay in the right key, but it just plays wonderfully all over the place. So there it is, 1958 Goya G-20, made in Sweden, spruce top, solid flame maple back and sides, mahogany neck with a maple center stripe. It's a rosewood fretboard with a flat radius, typical of classical guitars, and a rosewood bridge, bone nut and saddle. It's had a full neck reset, cleaned and lubricated tuners, did some minor repairs to glue the brace back here in the top, leveled and crowned the frets. It's just good to go. It's at gsgear@reverb.com. It can also be found at our store, www.gsgear.com, where you will see that what we do is we purchase, restore, and sell vintage guitars, vintage mandolins, basses, violins. Sometimes we get into old saxophones and world instruments, whatever catches our eye. But we try to bring you stuff that's of really, really high quality. Why play anything less? All right, we'll play something to take us out, and we'll see you all on the flip side. Let me check my tuning.